Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to y'all about the power of manifestation and how I manifested bad things into my life unintentionally. If this is your first time on my channel, like I said, I am Keyera. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think of this topic. Let me know any future videos you want to see from me. Key talking points of today's video is the intentions you set when you're manifesting, how overthinking can actually lead you to manifesting the wrong things, how to shift and change your mindset so that you are manifesting the things that you desire and that you want in your life instead of manifesting things that you actually do not want in your life. So if that is something that you are interested in, make sure you keep on watching this video until the end. We're going to go ahead and get into this video because I'm not going to hold y'all too much. Let's get into it. I do have key points and key notes that I have right next to me, but I kind of want to just like go with the flow of the video. I am going to kind of look back and forth to make sure I'm covering everything that I did want to talk about, but for the most part I'm going to try and just go with the flow because I feel like when I do that, my videos turn out more authentic and they are more, I feel like, more relatable versus me sitting here like reading word for word of what I wrote down, because what I wrote down sounds more like a essay or something. I feel like the first thing I want to talk about is how I manifested bad things into my life. The moment I didn't realize what I was doing, you know what I mean? Looking back from where I am now, I noticed that this mindset that I had is the reason that I was lacking so much stuff and the reason that I was stuck where I was, because I was constantly thinking about the wrong things. How I manifested bad things into my life is just me constantly thinking about bad things happening, even if they didn't happen. Like, I would think of worst case scenarios and I would like literally think about them as if it was like a movie replaying in my head or something. I know this may sound crazy, but for some reason I do it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people do it. And a lot of times this what happened right before I went to bed, which I feel like that kind of set the tone for my sleep. It set the tone for my dream state. It set the tone for my next day, because before I went to sleep, I was thinking about these toxic things happening to me. Just imagine you thinking about something that hasn't happened, but you are so fixated on this thing happening to the point where you kind of like have the details mapped out, how you feel mapped out. You ever see those memes that talk about where you think about a family member dying, so now you're sitting there crying? That kind of situation will be most of the things that I would be thinking about is things that can make me cry, like being cheated on and things like that. Like, I would just constantly think about like, what would I do? Basically, like, what would I do in these type of situations if I was put in these situations? And it's so stupid because when you actually get put in those situations, you don't necessarily act the way that you planned out in your head because you don't have time to plan. When you sit there and overthink about things that you actually cannot control, you are actually manifesting those things into your life. So just me sitting there thinking about, what if this happened while I'm driving? What if my tire goes flat? Like, what if I don't have enough money for this? Or what if I don't have enough money for that? I was literally living in a place of lack, and my mindset was so just in the gutter that I was not allowing of things to come to me. At this point in my life, I wasn't actually manifesting good things either, because I wasn't on my spiritual journey at the time, so I really wasn't into like manifesting and things like that. But now that I'm looking back at it, I understand. I would talk so bad to myself about myself. I would talk about how like, oh, I'm just so fat, I'm annoying, or, you know, just like the littlest things that I would say about myself to myself, not like necessarily to other people about myself, obviously, but it's just the way I talk to myself and the things that I thought about and the things that I chose to align my thoughts with, just what was like the things that I was attracting. And I noticed that like, now that I'm actually aware of like how your thoughts can actually create your reality, I understand that I have to shift my mindset, and that's what I've been doing these past few months. I have been like on a social media detox cleanse. I have been like detoxing my entire life from people that I feel like are not of my best interest. I've been just pretty much just changing my mindset, basically, because when you decide to change your mindset for yourself instead of always constantly thinking about bad things, that's when the good things will start to come to you, because you are aligning yourself with the type of lifestyle that you want to live. I told you I was just going off the dome, okay? I don't know if I explained how I manifested bad things into my life, but hopefully y'all understood what I was saying. I don't want to just give like a full story time, because like I said, I'm not trying to manifest that stuff into my life, so I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all what I was manifesting, because I don't want it. So now we're going to get into the 3 talking points that I told y'all about at the beginning of the video. So the first talking point is how to set your intentions with manifest. You set your intentions for the things that you want to manifest. You are aligning your energy with whatever it is that you see for yourself. So you are actually allowing that to come to you. So basically, when you want something in life, you have a clear thought of what that is. So you basically set your intentions for that manifestation and you bring it to life. Manifestations are just your way of showing yourself your life path, and you still have to do the work to get there, but you're pretty much aligning yourself with that path. So you basically have to like shift your mindset so that you don't think about these negative things, so you don't think about worst case scenario, and I'll talk about that more at the end of the video on how you can shift your mindset to think about more positive thoughts instead of so negative thoughts. But now we're going to get into the next talking point, which is how overthinking can cause you to manifest bad things. So when you're overthinking, you are constantly focusing on things happening in the future instead of living in the present moment. This type of overthinking can actually cause you to have anxiety because you're so constantly worried about things happening to you again that happened to you in the past. So you have to like declutter your mind and try to focus on the present moment so that you're not constantly overthinking. Don't worry about yesterday. Don't worry about tomorrow. Just kind of live in the present moment so that you don't have anxiety, so that you don't overthink, and so that you're not stressing and worrying about things and attracting those energies into your life. You have to be more conscious of what you're thinking about, and you have to practice it daily. It's not going to come just like that. It's not going to be something that you say an affirmation one day and it's strictly in your life. Things take time, and when you have to reprogram your mind basically, because there's so much programming that probably has happened to myself, even yourself, since we were kids, and since we have like have television in front of us, social media, and like just the world itself is so toxic these days. So you have to kind of reprogram your mind to think about positive things and try not to like stress and worry about things that you cannot control, because that's going to lead you to overthinking. And then when you constantly overthink about bad things happening, you're going to attract those bad things into your life, whether you want them in it or not, which most likely you probably don't want those things in your life. That's why you're stressing about it. You start to think about negative things. You literally have to let that thought pass. You don't have to like shut your brain off and try to control the thoughts. Just let the thought pass, figure out why it's bothering you, and immediately correct yourself. Talk to myself in a gentle way. I used to be more aggressive, but I'm learning to be more gentle with myself, because why do I have to be so angry with myself? I will sit there in my head, and sometimes I will even say it out loud. I'm like, well, why are you upset right now? Like, why is this bothering you so much? And the first thought and the first feeling that comes to the surface for me is how I feel, and I acknowledge the way that I feel. And this video is just going off topic. Like, what are you talking about, Keyera? I don't know, but maybe somebody needed to hear that portion of it. I'm gonna backtrack and get back on track of the video, because we were about to go into a whole nother video. Maybe I need to film one of those type of videos, but this is about manifesting, okay? We're not about to get in our feelings today, okay? Girl, look at me. Like, this is why I write scripts, because I go off track too much. And I know y'all probably was, if y'all was getting deep into that conversation, I do apologize, but I realized I was about to go into a whole nother video. And we're not here for that. Y'all came for the manifestations, okay? So basically, you have to set your intentions when manifesting. You have to believe it before you see it. That is what manifesting is. Believing it before you see it. There's people that live their life basically, they have to see it before they believe it. But me, I believe it before I see it, because I already know everything that is meant to me is going to come to me, and everything that I am attracting is for my best interest. I am not attracting anything that does not serve me and serve my highest self. You have to set your intentions and mean what you say. Mean what you say and mean what you speak into the universe, okay? You have to understand that the power of manifestations, the power of setting your intentions, you have to understand the law of attraction and understand that you are what you attract. And if you are, like I said this in one of my other videos, if you are putting negative things out into the world, negative things are going to always return back to sender. It's going to come back to you eventually, and you will have to face the consequences of whatever you're putting out. It don't matter what it is. And that's the same thing for manifesting. If you are constantly putting out negative energy, negative thoughts, and negative emotions out into the world, you're going to constantly live at that low vibrational state, and you're going to attract that type of energy. You're going to constantly deal with people that don't know your worth. You're going to constantly deal with people that don't understand you, or the way that you speak about yourself, the way that you feel about your life and the choices that you make. If you feel bad about the choices and stuff that you make, then you need to make a change, because if you're constantly nitpicking on your own self and nitpicking on your life, you're going to constantly attract and live in that area of your life. You have to be more conscious and move yourself to another state of life. You have to be careful of what you wish for when you're manifesting, because you could be manifesting a lifestyle that someone else have because you think that they're living a good life. Like basically they could be living a completely different life than what you know, and you actually saying that you want to live the lifestyle like them, and the universe give you what you asked for and you think that it was wrong, but in reality it is exactly what you asked for. So don't live your life and manifest things because you see other people wanting it. You have to manifest things that you truly believe that is meant for you. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, like I said, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure you leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think of this video. Comment y'all Instagrams down below, because I am back on Instagram live and popping, okay? Make sure you are subscribed to my channel with the notifications turned on, and I will catch y'all on my next one.